Elden Ring is one of the most anticipated games of 2022. While it has been said by FromSoft that there will be more accessibility on Elden Ring, that does not mean at all that it will be easier than other Souls titles. Miyazaki has stated on several occasions that their signature is that sense of reward players feel when they finally manage to beat a boss. So, with more people wishing to try it out, I will start a series of videos to help you get better on the games, which follow a similar formula, so that you can enjoy them a little bit more. What's up, you damn gorgeous, beautiful gamers, and welcome back to Role-Playing James. Before we move on with the video though, I would very much like to ask for your support and spare me a like on the video and a sub if you haven't already. If you find the content useful, that being said, let us get right into it. In this video we'll discuss about combat mechanics and what you can do to get better at them. Let us go through the basics first. First and foremost, the most important thing in Souls games is going to be your stamina. You cannot spam attacks and hope not to be punished by spamming them. So timing them is the best way to go. 1, 2, 3 max, and save stamina for upcoming counterattacks from the bosses. Your means of defense are going to be dodging and blocking. We will discuss them each deeply as we move on, so attack, dodge, and block. Those are the 3 most important things to have in mind if you want to be successful. That and health and stamina, of course. One of the most important things to have in mind, and that not many people realize, is that it hinders your overall performance, is your playstyle. This can go 3 different paths: dodging, blocking, and somewhere in between. It doesn't really matter if you're a melee or caster, this is the base for it, have it in mind. As you start the game, play around with these 3 different routes and pay them the utmost attention. If you are good at dodging, try to use lighter gear. If you find that you perform better by blocking, get heavier gear, a big ass shield, and block your way through the game. Trust me, it is definitely doable and possible. I cannot stress enough how important it is that you determine where you are good at. I've met people that believe that dodging is useless if you have a nice durable tank with a shield and vice versa. There is no best way to tackle onto the game. There is only your way. Use the beginning of the game to determine which is it for you, and I mean it. You probably have watched 90% of the YouTubers and streamers dodge their way through the game like a pro. The fact that they play like that, it doesn't really mean that that's the best choice for you. Again, before you quit the game, try the different playstyles you have at hand. Now, that being said, let us explain how to properly use these playstyles against a boss fight. Starting with a shield. This right here, this is definitely how you should not do it. The different variety of shields you will encounter have a very important impact on how well will you perform with them. The most important stat to have in mind if you are going to focus your playstyle with a shield is stability. It determines how much stamina will you consume for blocking. The higher the value, the more you can have your shield up and guard against the enemy attacks. Still, you need to manage your stamina. Never, and I repeat, never make this newcomer's mistake. Hold your shield endlessly, hoping that your guard will never break. When your shield is up, stamina will regenerate slower, and if you get hit while holding without stamina, you will get staggered for an enemy-free attack. So, what you want to do is try to keep your distance from the boss and raise your shield only when he is about to attack. You do not need to wait until the final frame to raise your shield. You are not parrying, just enough for your stamina to regenerate. To smooth things up, keep walking away from the boss while you regenerate the stamina. That way you will not get your ass handed to you that much. Attack only on openings, but I will discuss offensive play later in the video. For now, let us move on to dodging. What you need to have in mind in here is invincibility frames, length, travel, and hitbox of the enemy's attack. That sounds quite complex, but the most common mistake I've seen is people trying to roll away from the boss and then yell at the screen because they time well the dodge and still got hit. Yep, that is a hitbox. Welcome to it, mate. The fact that you roll spam is not going to save you. Now what you want to do is take a look at the kind of attack you have in front of you. If the attack winds up on the right, dodge to it. Not on the opposite direction, not away from it, because it is more than likely going to finish with the enemy's weapon on the left. And even if it doesn't seem to have any force, the fact that the weapon only caresses your character, it will still cause damage. So roll towards the direction of the attack's winding. The only time when you want to roll away from the boss is when the boss jumps into the air and tries to stomp on you. Logically, if you roll towards the stomp, you will get hit. So you want to get away instead. Also, sometimes the boss is going to pressure you too much. Your reaction is probably going to be roll away like a maniac, just for the boss to hit you on the iframe recovery, and yell at the screen saying that you dodge. No, if you want to get space, use your run. Remember that you're not completely invincible while roll spamming. You can get hit on the recovery frames of the character. Now, how to properly be offensive. The most common consensus and mistake is trying to beat bosses by reflexes. There is a lot of people that has good reflexes and can definitely do it. And this is what you are probably doing as well, just to get frustrated when it doesn't really work. The amount of attack a boss has is not infinite. Usually they have 3 or 4 per phase. New phases might add more attack animations. If you don't attack them and keep your distance until you manage to know how to recognize them, you can counter them instead of trying to rely on your reflexes, as you see me doing here. And as you can see, again, pardon the redundancy, I can stand still and not do anything if I learn how to recognize the boss's attacks. That way I am not relying on my reflexes, I am relying on recognize what attack is he going to make next. Be on the lookout for the attack wind up to recognize it. Like I said, there are 3 to 4 attacks per phase of the boss. They do not change. Sometimes when they attack in combo, count them like 1, 2, 3 attack, 1, 2, 3 attack, like a boss. And never, I repeat never spam attack. I know that you want to beat it as fast as possible when you get frustrated, you just want to keep stacking up that damage, but trust me, please trust me on this one, 1 or 2 hits. That's enough. Then get back to replenish stamina to repeat the process. Recognize the pattern, dodge or block it, attack 1 or 2 times and recover stamina, and repeat the process again and again and again. This is everything you need to beat the bosses of the Souls games. As the game progresses, it becomes harder to memorize the attack patterns because the bosses have more and more combos. The last advice that I am going to give you is just trying not to be redundant here, to stop trying to rely on your reflexes yelling 2 hours at the screen, and instead, with every defeat, focus on getting more comfortable with the attack wind-ups and pattern animations. If you get frustrated, leave for half an hour, have a smoke, have a drink, analyze what you learned from the boss, and come back. Always learn something from the fight. If you keep trying mindlessly, you are just going to get angry at the game and probably quit. That being said, if you enjoyed the video, do stick around since I plan on making more tips and tricks to help you understand better the mechanics that will probably be similar to that Souls signature most of the FromSoft titles have in share. That being said, I will be seeing you damn gorgeous and beautiful gamers in the next one. Remember that you're damn gorgeous and that you should try to stay safe out there. Remember to like the video if you found it useful and subscribe to the channel. Have a beautiful day.